everyone, Princess Sarissa here, and I'm back with my playthrough of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. We have 4 thieves right now, and we're gonna do some thieving right off the bat. We're gonna steal some shoes from some goblins. Back at the Wind Shrine. Let's hop on our boat first. Lena, what's wrong? The wind crystal is shattered. Right now, the only difference is the wind has slowed. But soon it will stop blowing completely. In a few years, the air will grow stagnant, and the birds won't have any place to fly. Father said that we must protect the 3 remaining crystals. 3 crystals? Yes, the crystals of fire, water, and earth. If those are lost too, then... At first, nothing would happen. But it wouldn't be long before the earth began to decay, the seas dirtied, and rivers ceased to flow. Fires lost their heat, and the world would become dark and cold. It really would become an unlivable world. Uh-oh. There's Galuf. We gotta protect the crystals. Is his memory back? Huh? Did that trigger any of your memories? Nope. Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna help. Alright. Captain Ferris? Well said, old man. I'm coming along too. Plus, we still have to find Lena's father. Wonder why he's interested in Lena's father. King Tycoon? But he disappeared into thin air. He's like a ghost or something. He still lives. I feel it in me bones. Never for a moment would I believe otherwise. TnyToe, will you come with us? Before I was just riding along for the ride, but seeing everyone here... The crystal shards. We were given power to protect the world. The power of the wind crystal. That's it, I'm in. We got some crystals to save. Alright. Well, we kind of know where some of the crystals are. Sure enough, let's be off. We saw where their locations were, but we just have to find those locations on the world here. So we have a little ship. We can start moving around a little bit on our own. We're gonna first head back to the pirates cave. Let's check up on Boko, and we have some treasures to get there. Also see how Ferris's crew is taking care of the place. Whoa, look, these look like Boko's footprints. Don't tell me he tried to go after us. And yes, Chocobo Boko went into this cave. So we already saw all the enemies in this cave, so no need to, you know, I'm just gonna cut out the battles. When the screen flickers like that, that's me cutting out the battles and just putting a pixelated transition screen in there. So we're gonna head back here, head on in, get into some random fights, and we're back at the pirates' hideout. Captain, take these with you. Hey, we get some free potions, 8 of them. Now behind this door, hey, look, there's like this rock door here. Yep, that's where we have to hit that skull switch down in the lower left corner here. So hit that skull switch. We hear a little shaking. Safe journey. He's the pirate who gave us the potions. And now we can have access to some of the pirate's treasure. 300 gil, ether, and a 10. Ethers restore magic points, but we won't have to use them for a long time. We put that Cukin board to bed, and be attending its wounds. Oh, they must have found Boko. Never you fear, we'll protect the hideout. Well, that was Captain Ferris's last command. We found some strange bird lying in the cave. Wonder how it tastes. You can't eat Boko. He's like a horse chicken. There he is. Boko! Q! Oh, he's been hurt. Not a good fighter. Found him zonked out in the cave, so we brought him back here. He'll be fine now that he's in my capable hands. Please, if you can help him, Doc. Leave everything to me. Alright. Yeah. Q! Boko, get better soon. Don't worry, leave this bird to me. He just needs some rest and then he'll be good as new. Ugh, I'm a pirate, but I still get seasick. Maybe we need to find a new line of work. Or we be pirates and do as we please. But really, they're not going to do anything for the rest of the game. They're just going to be hanging out here. I guess they're guarding the hideout, which is what Captain Ferris told them to do, but... Those quakes must have opened a path to our cove from the outside. Yeah, remember when we first started the game, we'll hold down the fort while the captain's away. There wasn't, remember, there was no, cave entrance. I had, before I went to the meteor, I had TnyToe go up to the north, but there was no cave there. So yeah, that earthquake that must have happened when the, meteorite, hit. Yep, open up the cave. So I just went off-screen going out through that cave. And now I'm going to head back to our boat and head to the Wind Shrine. We're going to head to the Wind Shrine, talk with the scholars there. They have some new information. Now that, you know, we know what happened to the Wind Crystal. And we also want to fight those black goblins on the second floor to get some shoes. Galuf and TnyToe still need shoes, so we can't have TnyToe's toes sticking out. He needs to get some shoes. Got some leather shoes. We're gonna get some random encounters out here. So here we have stray cats. So he knows there, for the first time I have the steel potion rare. Enemies can have up to 2 different steels. There's 2 different steel slots. If it's just a normal steel, if they just have the steel is the same for their common, and they're rare, I'll just have, you know, just a normal, I'll just write what the steel is. If they have a different steel and they're rare, and they're common and they're rare, I'll have them listed left to right. So the common will be on the left and then the rare will be on the right. If the thing only has 1 steel and it's a rare steel, then I'll just put it, the 1 steel that they have, and then put in parentheses rare. So the stray cat has a rare steel, a potion. So it has nothing in its common steel slot. So that's why I'm having such trouble stealing this potion. So, and eventually I'm just gonna give up. I just wanted to try to get this potion, show you what stealing is, but we'll steal some more from some other things. But steal's a good way to get items, and there's some equipment that you can't get normally, or that you can get much earlier than what you would find in the shops through stealing. So once again, thieving is a good utility class because it helps you get some extra items, has a bunch of abilities that, you know, aren't really good in fighting but are good on the overworld. So, and we're about to get our first ability after we complete this battle. So, yeah, we got a few those ability points from fighting in the pirate cave. And I'm basically 1 ability point away from getting an ability. When you get that ability, your job level goes up. So my thieves, they're level 0 thieves, they'll be level 1 thieves, and they'll start working on a new ability. And once we get like an ability, we can assign it. Now, because we just have thieves right now, all the abilities inherent in thieves are already on the thieves. So these abilities that we're going to gain, it's kind of pointless to put on the thief. So, but if we had like another job, like we learned the passage ability. So if we made a knight right now and gave him the passage ability, even if we didn't have a thief in the party, we'd see those hidden passages like how I showed off in the Greenhorn Club back in the last episode. So, and here we get the last 2 enemies that we can find here around the Wind Shrine. The Nutkin, that's that little squirrel there with the big acorn. So he has a common steel, a potion. So see how quickly we stole that potion? Yeah, common, obviously much easier to steal than the rare steals. And the other enemy there is the killer bee. And surprisingly, I stole the, it has nothing in its common drop, but it does have a rare potion steal, and surprisingly, I got it right away. The enemy only has 1 item, so if you steal an item off the enemy, you'll get a message that says it doesn't have anything. It was kind of blocked off there by the characters, by the info on the enemy there. But yeah, when Lena tried to steal off of the killer bee, it said doesn't have anything. So see, yeah, we have an empty ability slot there that we can fill in with abilities. Not going to be important until we get our next, our 2nd and 3rd jobs. because then we can start having a second job. We'll have like the Berserker job, and we can give the Berserker like the sprint command or the sprint command or the passage command. The crystals in Walse and Karnak are hooked up to the same type of amplification machines. If the other 3 crystals were the shadow as well, then oh dear! Even here, the wind grows weaker. Once it stops completely, then the machine must have oiled over the crystal, and that's why it's cracked. Don't you agree? It's a good theory. Princess Lena, the wind is becoming weaker and weaker. We will stay here and pray that somehow the crystal may be restored. We can always use that healing pot there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up here and off-screen just fighting. It took me about 15 minutes, a little more, but close to 15 minutes, to get the 2 leather shoe drops from the black goblins. And right here, I want to fight because they want to get these Bandersnatch enemies. They're kind of hard to find in other areas, but they pop up very frequently in the area around the Torna Canal mouth. They're also pretty tough. You notice they're level 9. Most of the other enemies we've been fighting have been only like level 2. So yeah, these guys hit pretty hard. Right now we have TnyToe and Galuf in the back row. So they're taking half damage from physical attacks, but even with half damage, see, they're taking like 16. TnyToe took 22. So yeah, these guys can hit pretty hard. So I'm going to try to get rid of them as quick as possible. And we finally took care of them. Now we're going to head into the Torna Canal, but before we do that, let's head back to the Wind Shrine, get some free healing. Always take advantage of free healing here at the beginning of the game. So, because you don't have a lot of money, and we're going to need a lot of money to buy potions and stuff like that, because we have no access to magic with the Thief class. And the Thief class is, kind of a weak fighting class, so battles will be long and drawn out, particularly boss battles. So, and we will be getting into our second boss battle once we get into the Torna Canal. It's a very short little dungeon. It's pretty neat, though. It's unique. So remember, Zoc gave TnyToe the key. And he opens up the gate. TnyToe, where in Tarnation did you get the key? Doesn't matter, let's get going. So yeah, even though we're in our ship, this functions like a dungeon, and it's pretty neat because the thief has the sprinting ability to move twice as fast in dungeons, and you can use the sprinting ability on your boat. So yeah, I guess Sildra is sprinting, which she's swimming really, really fast. So we only have 2 different types of enemies in this canal. The Octokraken is the first one, and then the other one is called the Sucker. That's basically a squid-type monster. So we've got octopuses and squids. And neither of them have any steel, so they do drop potions, but nothing steel. Now, you know what's weird? We were told that there must be a glitch in the game or something like that, because we were told that the monsters in the canal only target women, but one of them hit Captain Faris. So that don't make any sense. Maybe the townsperson was telling a lie or a fib. Not a president fibs. But there's the other enemy, the squid-type enemy there, the Sucker. So, enemies here, if you have a black mage, just a lightning spell will take care of them, but we don't have black mage. My first Final Fantasy 4 Final Fantasy 5 4-job Fiesta had a black mage. You can see how I kind of go through this area real quickly with that party. Because I just have black mage, they just cast lightning and take out all these water enemies. You can tell that's an octopus because it has, well, octo in its name, but it has an attack called 8 arms. And you can tell the Sucker is a squid because it has an attack called 10 arms. Remember Final Fantasy Legend 2, the Let's Play? That one kid in that, the one kid in the school was like, an octopus and a squid, how many arms altogether? And he says 16. If you say yes, then he's like, you need to like stay in school more. If you say 18, the right answer says, yeah, that's right, you're smart. Uh-oh, and here we have our second boss of the game coming up. Uh-oh. What's going on? Hey, what's that? Oh no! The sealed monster! Yeah, remember what that little kid said? The bard song? Typhoon, thunder and typhoons, the rudder's not responding. You better figure out something fast, because we're getting sucked in. He was like, there was a beast, ate a bunch of people, 53 at least. Well, let's not make it 57. We gotta take this beast out. Yeah, now the crystal's shattered. Remember, they used the crystal to seal the beast. The crystal's shattered, so the beast is released from his imprisonment. Soldier, what's wrong? Look alive, something's coming. And it's boss time. It's the Caraboss. Weak against lightning like all other water-based creatures, but once again, we don't have that. So our main focus, the way we're going to take it down, is by just slashing it with a bunch of knife stabs. So Faris and Lena will be doing the heavy lifting, attacking with their daggers. TnyToe and Galuf will just be on standby to heal up with potions if needed. So Caraboss has 3 different attacks. It has a physical attack, a special attack, that tentacle which stuns your characters, and the tail screw attack, which brings a character down to critical hit points. So whenever that is used, you definitely want to heal whatever character is hit by the tail screw immediately with potion. So Caraboss's AI script is its first attack, it'll be 1/3 chance to be a regular fight attack, 2/3 chance to be the tentacle attack. For its second and third turn, Caraboss has an equal chance, 1/3 to fight, 1/3 chance to use the tail screw attack, and 1/3 chance to use the tentacle attack. And then for its 4th through 5th through 6th turn, just basically repeats the 1 through 3 turns. So that's the Caraboss's AI script. So it'll be this is gonna be a hint of how battles are gonna be. Basically, it's just slow and steady, stabbing this guy with our little daggers. Thankfully, in the next area, we can get, there's enemies that will drop daggers, so we will be able to finally be able to equip TnyToe and Galuf with weapons, and potentially get a better weapon for Faris. Faris right now just has the knife, which Lena started with, but that is weaker than the dagger. That's why Lena is doing more damage than Faris, even though Faris has a higher strength than Lena. The weapon is just making up for it, so that stinks when he tentacles one of either Lena or Faris, because there are damage dealers. And we learned the ability sprint. We got another tent. And we have successfully defeated the second boss, but uh-oh, what's happening? Sildra's left behind. Yeah, you see, she's still in the whirlpool there. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? She's the one pulling the boat. Sildra! I'm sure she's okay. She's a fighter, and you know it. Sildra! Uh-oh. Faris wants to save Sildra. Let me go, I said. Get off! Sildra! It looks like, even though we defeated, Caraboss, it, managed to drag Sildra down with, it. Oh, no! What does that mean for Sildra? And what does it mean for our party? Now that, the wind can't move them and Sildra can't tow them? Uh-oh. How's Faris? As well as can be expected. We should leave him be. Uh-oh. The ship is just drifting. Wonder where we'll end up. We're gonna end up in one of the neatest dungeons, probably my favorite dungeon in this game. Faris, surely Sildra's alive somewhere. Faris, he is obviously depressed. Remember, Sildra and him were basically siblings. Brother and sister combo. So our shift is just drifting away. It's going to drift, like I said, into our second dungeon, next dungeon. I wasn't just counting the Torna Canal as a big dungeon. But, no, next dungeon, the ship's graveyard. Very unique. So, we'll be hopping around from wrecked ship to wrecked ship. But that'll have to wait for the next episode, so... But we'll get a little bit of background on the thing before we close out here. Where is this? The graveyard of the sea. All the currents lead here. A gathering place for ruined and scuttled ships, and a nest for the undead. Oh, all the more reason hot-footed out of here. Agreed. But before we are hot-footed out of here, we're going to head into the ship here, below deck, and we're going to heal ourselves up. Yep, we can head back to this bed. We couldn't use it earlier, but now that this is the proper dungeon, we can use it to heal ourselves up. So, this might be a good place to, off-screen, eventually getting those daggers from skeleton drops. They're an undead creature in here. So I'll probably do that, and then I'll start the dungeon when I have a fully equipped party. Take care, have a good day. Bye!